What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming.
Shut up and sit down.
How's it going? Thank you very much for joining me here at Two Gun Pixies Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. And this is a series where I give you bullet points as to why myself, Tom Rulo, the 20-sided Warriors, my wife, why we've enjoyed a particular title when it's hit the table. Now, today I'd like to talk to you about Fury of Dracula. Particularly, I'm going to be talking about the 3rd edition, which is the one I am most familiar with and own. Now, there are several different editions of these. Feel free to add in the comments anything that you find different between the different sets, the different volumes that have been put out, the different versions, and we can talk about it. But right now, I just want to say that offhand, this is, before we get into anything else, this is an absolutely beautiful love letter to Bram Stoker's novel of Dracula. Everything about this game bleeds, and I mean that with pun and without pun. Literally bleeds Bram Stoker's Dracula. The novel comes through so crystal clear. I gotta say, this game, at least the 3rd edition of it that I'm familiar with, is definitely a perfect sequel to the novel. Now, I also want to point out that this is a one versus all game. Now, maybe it's the old dungeon master in me, but I definitely do enjoy a game where it does pit one player versus all of them. And in this case, the one player is obviously, you guessed it, Dracula. And you are maneuvering around the board during the night phase and trying to set up schemes, plots. You want to basically vampirize all of Europe with you, obviously, as the head vampire. And this comes through beautifully in this one versus all game. And really, I don't know how it could have been done any other way. An AI running Dracula, it wouldn't have felt so organic and real as a villain, I think. Yeah, so you did hear me mention Dracula moves during the night, because this game is divided. There is a night and a day phase to this. The hunters can operate night or day, obviously. While Dracula is only limited to working, plotting, planning, laying traps, and moving during the nighttime. It feels completely natural. You may be thinking to yourself, if you're not familiar, for some damn reason, with the concept of Dracula, it may seem a little unfair, but no, please read a book, watch a movie. It is completely thematically on point, and I absolutely love that. Now, the combat system is something else I enjoy. It's not unique, but it is different. You don't see in a lot of games. And this is more or less coming down to a rock, paper, scissors sort of mechanic. Is that the Dracula combat cards and the cards that the Hunter players have cancel each other out. This type will cancel out that type. That type will cancel out this type. And that's a really fun, inventive way to deal with combat, so it's not bogged down, because this isn't a combat game. This isn't a Magic the Gathering version of Hunters versus Dracula or anything. No, this is a strategic cat and mouse game. And because of that, the handling of combat in this game, the way they did so, I think was absolutely brilliant. There's absolutely tons of replayability in this game because it's all about strategy. You can play this game 1,000 times. It's never going to be the same game twice, even if everybody plays the same characters over and over again. It's a great feeling for a new feel. Every single time you play this game, it's going to feel new. It's going to feel different. And I think this is the kind of game that you're going to want to play a lot. So that speaks volumes. That means a lot. That anytime you can get this game down on the table, it's going to be a unique, new, and different experience for everybody. Now, on the one hand, I do find the rules to be rather straightforward. They flow rather organically. But on the other hand, this edition of the game is a Fantasy Flight Games edition. So the rulebook, I'll be honest with you, because I love to be honest with you all the time, and it's not as daunting as it seems. It really isn't. And the fact that, like most of the games this company publishes, it does have a separate glossary book of rules. So on the fly, in the middle of the game, if you need to know something, instead of tearing through, where is it in the rule book, just go right to the glossary. And it gives a fast, concise answer. But after a few games, yeah, this does really flow mechanically. From the rules point of view, it flows. It's completely organic. I didn't have a problem with it at all. Now, definitely, without a doubt, this game is made, quite literally, for fans of the genre. Specifically, Bram Stoker's Dracula, not just vampires. But I think it's more than that. This cat and mouse hidden movement game is one of the best. And I do enjoy hidden movement games. I've played quite a few, and I'm looking forward to playing more as the years go on. And this, I really do think, is the poster child for how a hidden movement game can be worked so well. No matter where I went as Dracula, or where the other player went when I was a hunter, the feeling was always right there. The feeling of I'm about to get him, or I'm about to get caught. And that led to a lot of good tension. It wasn't that every single turn it was, going to be the capture of Dracula. But the sensation, the feeling of them choking you in to a certain point, coming in at you and funneling you in and getting ready to just capture you, flat out. Just boom, just capture you. It felt tense. It felt good. It was a good tense. And I do like a good tension in a game. So I think this game is really geared towards those kind of game lovers, the ones of hidden movement games, just as much as fans of Dracula. But if you happen to be both, how can you not play this game? Don't listen to me. Go watch some playthroughs. Playthroughs is the best way that you're going to find out if you enjoy a game or not. So go get some more information, watch some playthroughs, and I think you may be enjoying what you find out about the third edition of Fury of Dracula.